Hey guys, it's Heather here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a Do This, Not That, number 6, and we're going to be doing Town Hall 7 versus Town Hall 8 Hogon. Now, if you've seen the Hogon tutorial, I just released it a few days ago, and people are super excited about it, and in that tutorial, I talk about that, yes, this can be used at Town Hall 7, but I didn't really show any Town Hall 7 attacks, so I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible so you could see just how powerful this attack really is. Now, I know that there are some naysayers out there that say, you can't use this attack against an anti-3 base, and that's okay, because if it's an anti-3 base, there's probably a lot of attacks that aren't going to work too well. So that's why you want to have a lot of different options in your back pocket. And truly, the reason that I'm giving you guys this attack variant is because I think that this is probably one of the easiest hybrids to master that can truly 3-star max bases. And so for those of you who are just, you're still a bit inexperienced, you're still new to Town Hall 8, you're still just, kind of working on your dragons, this is something that you could learn really easily to take your game to the next level. Now, probably the most awesome thing about this attack is it is a hybrid attack that you can use at Town Hall 7. Probably the first and maybe one of the only really great Town Hall 7 hybrid attacks that you can master at Town Hall 7 and give yourself a huge advantage going into Town Hall 8 and having a lot more experience with these different types of attacks than you would just starting out Town Hall 8 with your mass dragon. This came from a recent war in White Wells, and I was in it with a Town Hall 7 account. And this was a pretty tough base for us to crack. We had a lot more Town Hall 7s in this war than the other side did. And so our Town Hall 7s were going up against some pretty tough Town Hall 8s. And this is one of them. He's not completely maxed. His Teslas are like level 3, and his Archer Towers and Wizard Towers have one more upgrade to go. But the cannons are maxed, the mortars are maxed. So a pretty tough base for a Town Hall 7, especially if you're going to be going at this with air, to have those maxed air defenses kind of spread out the way that they are with the sweeper directed towards them. So pretty good anti-dragon base. Our client had tried this a few times, and I watched some of the replays before attacking it, and I just saw dragon attacks. And after I did my attack on it, Dexter let me know, hey, I attacked that base with a Hogon too, but you fixed everything that I did wrong. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And he's like, you should totally use that as a do this, not that. So took his advice and recorded both of them, and let's go through it and see what went wrong and how to fix that on this attack. He has 5 archers, 5 dragons, 19 hogs, and level 6 loons in the clan castle with 2 hills and 1 rage, all max Town Hall 7 troops. Dexter's going to send a hog in to pull the clan castle, pulls out a dragon and a balloon, and then is going to drag them down to the south. Now, Town Hall 7, you don't have access to dark spells, so you're definitely going to have to take out the clan castle using your troops. You don't have poison to help you out with that. Gets them pulled over, and then he puts a dragon on either side. So 3 dragons out to take out the clan castle dragon. And he has to wait here. You have to get that balloon down before you launch in your hogs. So the balloon's down, dragons are heading in. Now he's going to split his hogs into 2 groups and send them against the air defense. Now you see where he split them, that the hogs can get into the air defense without hitting any giant bomb spots. So he doesn't know where the giant bombs are. But the problem right here is they split, and they're taking a long time to work their way over to the air defense. And these are only level 2 hogs. And so with the Barbarian King on the east side, he's just basically one-hitting these hogs. And then the hogs that come in from the west, they end up finally finding a giant bomb, and they get destroyed. So we still have an air defense that's up. And while that's all going on, down in the south, we have the balloons coming up with the dragons to take out the remaining air defense, and they do that, but it costs a lot of dragons in the meantime. But at that point, it doesn't matter. He only has 2 dragons left going in with 1 air defense still standing, and he's getting pounded by those level 3 Teslas. They're just not even going to get through the clan castle. So now he has his Barbarian King, a couple of cleanup troops just to try and get to that 50%, but this raid's over. So let's talk about some of the issues here. If we look back at this base, going in as a Town Hall 7, there are on each side where he split his hogs. So he essentially just has 9 and 10 hogs because he doesn't have any of those level 5 hogs. on each side, there are 5 total defenses. He doesn't have to worry about giant bombs before the air defenses, but 5 defenses where level 2 hogs are going to have to last and stay alive before getting to the air defense. And on the east side, it's even worse because he has the Barbarian King that's going to target. And as we're coming up from the south, you're going to have archer towers and a maxed air defense firing on your level 2 dragons, just 5 of them. And even though he has 4 level 6 balloons in the clan castle, that air defense is going to do a massive amount of damage before those balloons get through to the 5th defense. So again, you can see there are 4 defenses protecting each of these air defenses that you're going to have to fight through to get up to that air defense. Now, it probably would have helped me out a ton if I had actually seen his attack before I went in. And so I didn't know where the giant bombs were when I started my attack. And I'm not sure how much that would have helped me because he only actually ended up triggering 1, but I knew where the Teslas were. And because of that, I felt if I went from the south, if I could clear those 4 defenses in the south and then hit the air defense, then my troops would path to the air defenses in the core. So I could keep all the hogs together, and I wasn't splitting them up, and I wasn't getting them too close to the Barbarian King. And that way I felt I had a really good chance of being able to take down this base using a Hogon. I'm going to start out this attack the same way, using a hog to pull the clan castle. My army is a little bit different here. I am taking the 3 hills and the level 5 hogs in the clan castle. I'm taking an extra dragon and 4 less hogs in my army, which I talk about. That's something you can kind of play with and change up depending on what you feel you're going to need for this attack. And since my hogs are all going to be going in one mass, then I feel that it's okay. I probably would be better off having that extra dragon. I'm pulling the clan castle troops up to the north side because if you look up at the north of this base, there is only 1 archer tower. There are a lot of cannons, and I'm going to be in the sweeper blind spot. So this is the best and most safest place for my dragons. And they're also going to be kept away from the air defense for a long time. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the hog attack from the south. So now because I have 3 hills, I have a hill for each of the air defenses. So because these level 2 hogs just can't take a lot of heat, I'm going to drop a hill right on the air defense and keep them all healed up as they take down these 5 defenses in the south. My 2 groups of hogs split, and this is where it's going to get a little scary because they are running across paths where they could end up hitting double giant bombs. And so you can see as they move over towards the west side, that pack of hogs, they trigger a giant bomb, a hurling get heal down that's going to heal all of that area of the defenses that they're going to take out. And we have a group over in the east, they have a hill. So you can see now my 2 hills are encompassing the air defenses and the areas where there could be giant bombs. So these level 2 hogs are taking a giant bomb like a boss and healing back up, and they're fine. They're able to take down the air defenses, and that's key. Once those air defenses are down, my dragons that have been virtually untouched in the north are now completely safe to come in and clean up the entire rest of the base. So the key here is keeping a hill on those hogs. You can see almost the entire time my hogs are doing what their mission is to get the air defense down, they are in a hill. So they get the air defenses down, and they're getting them down just as the air defenses are starting to fire on my dragons that have cleaned up the entire north side of the base. The hogs are still alive, still working on those Teslas, and the hogs get down all of the air defenses, all of the Teslas, and all of the air targeting buildings, except for the wizard tower, which does like nothing to a dragon, are gone. So the only thing that is left now are maybe some air traps that could affect the dragons, but I have 4 dragons that are alive plus my Barbarian Kings at full health, and there's just nothing that's going to stop this. So you can see, you Town Hall 7s, yes, you can use this attack extremely effectively against Town Hall 8s. Yes, you have to worry about giant bombs. Yes, you have to be concerned about your pathing and knowing that your level 2 hogs just can't survive very long unless they have a heal on them. So if you see a base like this, where if you see, ways that you can path your hogs in, you can definitely take down that really high, even max Town Hall 8 bases if you can avoid the giant bombs altogether with just your Town Hall 7 troops. Okay, so important tips for you Town Hall 7s, because there is a little bit less forgiveness on this attack than there is for Town Hall 8s. You have to know your pathing for hogs. Know that they're going to the nearest defense. Know that your hogs are going to have to stay healed the entire time they're taking down their portions of the base. And know that they're probably not going to last too long after that. You have to avoid giant bombs, and if you're going up against a max Town Hall 8, the chances are they have upgraded bombs, and it doesn't matter if you're in a hill with those upgraded bombs, a level 3 bomb, you're going to wipe out your level 2 hogs no matter what. So if you're going up against a really high Town Hall 8 base with the possibility of having max Town Hall 8 bombs, either you need to get to the defenses without triggering giant bombs, you need to trigger those giant bombs before you send in your pack of hogs, or you're going to have to figure out some way of being able to get to the air defenses without triggering them. So this could be a really great attack for a Town Hall 7 to go in and clean up after a Town Hall 8 once you know where everything is on the base. All right, guys, let's get to wrap this one up. If you have any questions, be sure that you watch the Hogon tutorial, because that goes into really great detail on how to execute this attack and what to look out for. If you have questions about this attack or other ones, be sure to download the Bindle app by going to classtutor.com/Bindle and then join the room #ClashTutor. Bindle is a messaging app. It's like a chat room. Tons of subs in there who are more than happy to help you with your attacks and the best way to take on the base that you're facing. Be sure to subscribe to me here if you haven't already. Tell your clan to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I'm doing a lot more updates on Twitter. Really enjoying interacting with you guys there. So be sure to follow Clash Tutor on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook too. And I'll catch you next time.